The Performance and Development Culture is an accreditation scheme initiated from the Department of Education that's to do with enabling teachers to teach as well as they can.
When I first came to Romsey Primary School about 6 years ago, the PDR process was quite different from the way it is today. We had a form to fill out that talked about our strengths and our goals and some professional development that we felt would benefit us. At the time, I felt that it was a fairly loose structure, and I always felt I came away feeling that there was no great outcome to my interview with the person I was doing my PDR with.
We'd already identified that performance management was an issue that we wanted to improve upon, and so we'd done a lot of work on this before the Performance and Development Culture initiative came from the department.
You need to get into the systems manual, you need to look into management, go into the process manual, and under 700 you should find the PDR VSD, which is the flowchart.
Okay.
The principal initiates the process, the office prepares and distributes the pro formas to the relevant staff, and then the principal matches reviewers and reviewees. You go away and you complete your self-assessment. I think these fours were certainly, when you rated yourself as a 4 on the 0 to 5 scale, certainly strong points. All right, so let's have a look at your goals that you've set yourself, your strengths and your goals.
Goals, okay. Because I've just moved from the junior unit to the senior unit, and I need to get a bit more of a handle on the middle years curriculum.
We were very well placed because teachers, through our own processes, were used to identifying their learning goals, discussing them with a member of the leadership team, and for us to construct our professional development to support teachers' learning and then reflect on it throughout the year.
Well, I guess the fact that I've just moved from a grade 1-2 class to a 5-6 class, and reading along, I see the word planners, and I certainly do. I have actually underrated myself.
We'd already worked on using data and multiple sources of feedback to support teachers measure their improvements and to identify where they needed to go with their classroom programs.
Individual teachers, once they have their classroom data, then have a fair idea of where their children are and what they need to do to move their children on. And this data has been used in their individual teacher improvement programs and reviews that are run each year. Each 6 months, when the teachers have their review, they can then reflect back on progress made or not and what direction they might take.
Our quality journey enabled us to identify issues such as performance management and induction of new staff members, and so we'd done a lot of work on these issues before they became departmental initiatives.
I feel much more supported in my role as a teacher, and there's a definitive outcome. I actually get a lot of professional development to help me in my teaching and learning. The PDR process also makes me feel good about myself because it actually highlights the areas in my teaching that I'm doing really well. So it's good for the self-esteem, I think, to have this process as well.